Hi, my name is Alan Bracken. I'm back with you on the theme, High Performance Mindset. Now, I am really enjoying this high performance mindset discussion. We've defined high performance mindset as the deliberate pursuit of being our best, regardless of our circumstances, starting with our why. Why do we want to perform at a higher level? Moving through our thoughts. Now we're on to our attitudes. How that our attitudes are the outward expression of our inward thinking. This is discussion 2 on attitude. Attitude is so important to high performance. It's how we come across. It's how we come across to the team. It's how we come across at our homes. It's how we come across in our relationships. And I want to ask you this. Do you have an attitude of adding value or an attitude of subtracting value? And let me explain the difference. A person that has an attitude of adding value is always asking the question, what can I do? What can I do to make things better? The leader that adds value is always asking, how can I make things better for the people that I'm leading? The employee that asks the question, what can I do to add value, is asking, what can he or she do to make things better for the team members, the co-workers, the people that are alongside them. Now, the people that are subtracting value, they go in with the mindset and the attitude of what's in it for me. They see the problems. They want someone else to fix the problems. They're good at pointing problems out, but they're not good at solving the problems. They want to know what the organization is going to do for them. They want to know when their next pay raise is. They come in with the mindset of, oh, okay, I'm here, I've showed up. Now, what are you going to pay me? What are you going to do for me? That is a total different mentality that is absolutely going to work against us if we're trying to perform at a higher level. And when we're talking about high performance, we're talking about not just being good, we're talking about being great. You know, if you remember back under our discussion of excellence, we defined excellence as above average. Now, what I believe is this. Most people have a good attitude. In other words, it's okay. But they don't have a great attitude. They don't have a above average attitude. And the value-adding attitude is above average. It's all about others. It's not selfish. You can't be on a team and have high performance when you're driven out of selfishness. If you're asking what's in it for you, that's not what's going to be best for the team. That's not going to help you perform at a higher level. That's not going to serve you well in your relationships, in your family, or in your organization. However, if you have the attitude of what can I do? How can I show up to add value? How can I show up to solve problems, not just point them out, but bring solutions, make things better, constantly thinking about what you can do, your outward expression to make things better. You remember my story about the guy that dumped the asphalt on the truck. Well, let me tell you something. I could have chose to have the attitude that subtracted value. If I would have responded in the heat of the moment, I would have subtracted value. The people around me right then, the people on my team, would have seen me explode in anger because that's what I felt at the moment. And that would have pulled the team down. They would have been fearful. They would have been uptight and anxious. And we've all been around leaders that explode and blow up and respond wrong. I've done it. Trust me. I remember one time I cussed this truck driver so much and so long that I lost my voice. Well, let me tell you what I did that day. I subtracted value from the team because there were other team members around that heard me do that. And I guarantee you this, they were scared. They were afraid of how I would respond. Well, that's a negative way. That was early on my journey, and I wasn't thinking adding value. I was thinking subtracting value. And I want to challenge us in this session to ask ourselves, are you adding value to your team? And how are you? What can you do to add more value to your team? As opposed to being average and going in with the mindset and attitude of subtracting value. So the challenge question is this. What can you do over the next 7 days to increase how you add value to your team?